Hey Sukhi ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੰਡੋ ਬੋਲਦਾ ਸੀ ਸਾਊਥਹਾਮ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਸਲਰ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਗੱਡੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ 24R14284 so this is the sport that we were talking about. Okay, so I did give it a nice little wash, man. Kala gaddiya, you can't tell if it's got a little dust on there, right? So just want to make sure it's nice and clean. On a hagi a sport hagi at the end of the day put active grill shutters in the actual grill, helps with cooling and efficiency. And then you have the LED lights, you have the LED fogs. Now this one does have the heated seats, it does have the heated steering wheel, which is pretty nice. And a jiri engine jiri name 24s they're coming with the Hemi with the MDS, which will shut down into 4 cylinders when you don't need all 8 on the highway. But this one also has the e-torque. So with the e-torque ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ tow ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ it's essentially an electric motor. It replaces the alternator and you get up to about 130 pound-feet of torque at the low RPM, right? So it kind of helps if you're towing to take that much less stress off of your gaddi. Now, jera vi gaddi ithe aa janda, they're always going to get some stuff because you can tell Alberta, man, we have tons and tons of rock chips. Is locking wheel nuts, nitrogen, but especially the mud guards. Okay, so they have a mud guard built in. Either per also have the weather tech all weather mats. When ek hor cheez aapa ki karde aa, it's all part of our Alberta prep pack. We also put in the armor guard when it comes to the actual lining, so it's actually better than Linex. Local company hegi a 10 saal da warranty dinde a, so if it ever gets banged up or anything, it's covered. Now this one does have the nice 20-inch 5-spoke black wheels. Does have the full tow package in the back. All the lettering and all the badging is going to be all blacked out. Nale ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ hitch ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾਲੇ wiring. Okay, ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੀ tailgate it's very halka, man. It's super light compared with the classics. And this is going to be your crew cab, by the way, just so you know, with the short box. Okay, and piche dekhiyonge apna hagia, it's actually really nice vinyl. I'm not going to say like it's bad. Vinyl cloth, obviously very nice and comfortable. Fold bahut easy ho jande hai. Okay, so if you have any extra cargo in the back, you can definitely kind of accommodate. Now this does have the Alpine sound system, which is really nice. And jiri apni driver's side te apna power seat vi milda. You also have the folding side mirrors. The nale automatic windows in the front. Okay, hun ehde upar power pedals vi hege a. And just so you know, the WeatherTech mats are up here too. Okay, so Punjabi gaane laaye hoye a. So 32 kilometers, very very low. ਹੁਣ ਇਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕ ਲਾਈਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਇਹਦੇ electronic parking brake, automatic start stop ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੰਦ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ. I don't like it too much, to be honest, in any model. And then you also have the 4-wheel drive auto setting, so that's really nice too. I'm in 2-wheel drive right now, but you have your 4 high, your 4 low. Okay, ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ screen ਆ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਥੋੜਾ customize ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ to your liking. I kind of like it on the digital display with the RPMs on the bottom. But you have tons of different options in here, different info that you can get to. And then you also do have, I did talk about those speakers, so you got a nice Alpine sound system. This does have your tow haul mode as well. USBs and USB-Cs. I got some munchies over there, you can probably tell. So one nice thing, man, is how deep the glove box actually is. So you can obviously manipulate it how you like it. And then this does have a dual armrest. So you have your USB up top. And then you also have a dual glove box. So you have one section up top. At the bottom, there's your locking nut. The nale screen hegi a 12-inch. Obviously, very nice screen, man. Nice sound system too with the Alpine. So, quality that we depend karda eh hega sada radio, apna radio je Edmonton de vich hunda. But if you actually put it on some Sirius XM, you're gonna notice the actual sound quality is a lot nicer. So lots of bass, man. Very clear.
Plans, search just music.
Very clear. Lots of different channels. Obviously, you'll get a trial for Sirius XM too. And then there we go. So pretty good base too, man. Above and beyond that though, when it comes to the actual navigation, it is TomTom based. It's very easy to use, just like your iPad. But you do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it's actually wireless as well. So a lot of good deal nowadays, man. Even the Hondas, Acuras, the 24s, they're all going to be plug-in. So it's kind of nice to know that this one is going to be a wireless. Now, I will say, I mean, these sports are hard to hate, man. Super clean. Obviously, they always look nice. If you ever want to do any kind of upgrades on the just any kind of lift kits or anything, there's tons of different companies that'll do it. Lots of parts available. So obviously, it usually means when you have lots of different parts available to do upgrades, that means the cost on them is actually pretty good too, right? So other than that, this is definitely going to be a pretty sweet truck, man. Pretty quiet on the inside. Suspension's actually really nice, and that's the one thing that I like the most. ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਮ company ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, like GMC, Ford, whatever, they all use like leaf springs. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਦੇ 1 ton ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, right? So leaf springs ਠੀਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ if you got like big payload, you're looking to tow tons of weight when it comes to like a trailer. But when it actually comes to comfort, that's kind of where you sacrifice. And the towing itself, when you have leafs on a 1/2 ton like a GMC, Chevy, or a Ford, it's not that much more anyway. But the nice thing is you get more of a compliant ride, right? So a lot of times what you find is when people are driving these on the highway, that people actually prefer the coil springs versus the leaf springs, because it's a more enjoyable car ride, right? So especially when you're driving down the highway, I know how many long routes there are, man, where you're just on the highway going straight. The last thing you want to do is just kind of feel every single bump that's on the road. So coil springs will definitely help when it comes to the comfort. ਉਦਾਂ ਪਾਵਰ ਵੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਥੇਰੀ ਆ. There's just too many potential people walking around, so I can't push it too much. But at the end of the day, man, it's a pretty sweet unit. Obviously, this one is the one you selected online, so I do want to confirm that again. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਓ, man, how everything plays out, what you think. Here, I'm just going to park it right here. Backup camera, both ਸੋਹਣੀਆਂ. If you notice, ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ trailer ਦਾ hitch lineup ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ. The ਨਾਲੇ you can zoom into if you really want to be able to lock in that that receiver, that hitch. Okay, brother. All right, Sukhi, let me know, brother. I'll give you the nice desi special, man. Let's try to make sure we make you happy. We can sell you a truck, and I get another customer from BC, man. So Hundo here, Southtown Chrysler, 780-932-7597.